In this video, we're going to be looking at broken views. Broken views are typically used in long, slender parts, as we have here. Now, if you plan on following along, open up drawing 5.3.6. To insert a broken view, select your view in the graphics area, and then we need to activate the View Layout tab on the Command Manager. On the View Layout tab, we're going to break the view. The property manager for a broken view allows us to define whether we're going to be inserting a vertical break or a horizontal break, and in our case, we're going to be inserting a vertical break. The gap controls how much white space is left in between the breaks. And finally, the break line is what geometry the line is going to have, whether that be straight, curved, zigzag, or small zigzag. For this example, we're going to use a curved cut, but feel free to try some of the various cut styles. So select curved cut, and now in the graphics area, we can place our breaks. Place your first break just in from the left-hand edge of the part, and then place your second break just to the left-hand side of the center hole. With that, we can see that SolidWorks has created the break, and now you can see what we're referring to when I talked about the gap. Incidentally, the gap distance is the actual spacing on the drawing. The scale of the drawing has no effect on the size of the gap. When we're inserting a break, you're not required to just insert one break. You can continue adding breaks. For each break, you need a start and end point. So let's add the start point for our second break to the right of the center circle, and our final break point just to the left of the right-hand edge of our part. Now, with both gaps inserted, we can press OK. On our drawing view, we also have a top view that we'd like to break as well. If we were to select the view and select break, we could manually insert breaks for this view as well, but they're not going to line up with the breaks on the front view. If you want your breaks on the top view to line up with the breaks on the front view, you're going to need to delete the top view and then recreate it. So I'm going to press Escape to get out of the Broken View command, and I'll delete my top view. Yes, I do want to delete this view. Now we can select the front view, project a view, and project a top view. When we're projecting it, it does look like it's not going to be broken, but as soon as we drop the view, it will automatically be broken. So now we've inserted breaks that line up with the view below it. But something I should mention is if you adjust the break on one of the views, it's not parametric, in that the other view is not automatically going to update to match the view that you've adjusted. So if you want to have two views with the same break lines in them, you need to create the break lines where you want them, then create the next view, and from then on you can't touch the break lines if you want them to match up. Now that we've broken the view, let's go ahead and change the properties of this sheet to have a 1:2 scale. Now the final thing that I want to show you is dimensions are going to appear correct straddling across the break. So let's activate the Smart Dimension tool, make sure we're on Smart Dimensioning, and create a dimension from one end of the part to the other end of the part. We have an overall width of 20 inches, and even if we were to change the size of the break, that 20-inch dimension stays the same, because it's measuring the real geometry regardless of where you broke the view. Well, that's all I had for broken views, and I hope it was a help.